The robotic surgery is, as I said, a part of the minimal invasive surgery concept, but it implies a more stable platform, and this translates for the patient in shorter stays in the hospital, in quicker recovery for the patients, meaning that the patient can go home.
Can you tell us what is it that it can do, this robot?
The robot theoretically, so when it was introduced for the first time, it was meant to operate the patient here, and the operator should be at a distance from the patient. This can be done just with very good internet technology and internet speed. Nowadays, the surgeon is not operating from closer to the patient. The operator is sitting in a console 2 or 3 meters away from the patient, and the surgeon coordinates or controls the robot with some mouses, like in a console, like in a PlayStation.
So it doesn't stay next to the patient?
Yeah, exactly. The arms of the robot are introduced into the patient, and they are working under the control of the surgeon. So they are not working alone. They are controlled by the surgeon, of course.
Is it hard to be trained for this?
Once you are trained in something, it becomes easy. So, of course, it's not easy. You need to be hardworking, you need to be dedicated, you need to be a person that wants to improve their abilities in terms of surgical technique. It can be done. There are a lot of surgeons specialized in robotic surgery, so it can be done.
How much time does it take?
Normally, when we are, because I'm engaged in surgical education across Europe, when speaking about robotic training, the surgeon has to have between 20 and 30 hours in a simulator. This only if the surgeon is already specialized in laparoscopic surgery. So theoretically it is just 30 hours. So we need to be clear here that we are speaking about already trained surgeons. After those 20 or 30 hours, the surgeon can begin to operate under the supervision of an experienced robotic surgeon.
And what's your experience?
I am specialized in robotic surgery since around 7 years back, and before that I was doing laparoscopic surgery. Nowadays I'm doing both laparoscopic and robotic surgery. Theoretically we are speaking about the same type of technique, because we are going inside the patient and we operate there without opening the patient in any way, in some form. But so this is just the basic principle. But the laparoscopic operations and the robotic operations are done in different ways. The robotic operations are considered to be less traumatic for the patients. And if we are less traumatic to the patients, means that the patients can go home sooner, and this implies less costs for the hospitals. So of course that the hospitals need to invest in buying such an equipment, which is not cheap. But after a while, after a time during which the hospital is using extensively the robot, it pays off.
What do you expect to see and to show to the doctors in Serbia during the 3 days of the Congress?
In the first place, I apologize not to be able to speak your language. I'm very proud and feel privileged to be here on behalf of the European Association for Endoscopic Surgery. The main goal of the EAES is to promote education in the field of minimal invasive surgery across Europe and beyond. And I'm very happy for this opportunity to witness the efforts and the quality that has been reached by the Serbian Association for Endoscopic Surgery. This is not my first time here. I was here in 2019, kindly invited by my friend Milos. At that time I was impressed by the number of young people, young attendees, both medical students and residents and junior fellows, crowding the rooms of the Kongres. And that is something that really must be appreciated.
Were they surprised by what you showed them today?
I mean, it should not be overemphasized, the robotic system, the technology. It's a technique, it's a technology, it's not a discipline. So good surgeons have always existed, and they can perform open surgery, they can perform laparoscopic surgery.
So you're more for human?
No doubt.
In this time I have been several times to Serbia, and I can see which advancement in knowledge and in the skills the Serbian surgeons are doing in the last years. This is unbelievable. Although Serbia started a little bit later than some other parts of Europe with minimally invasive techniques, probably one of the quickest developments will be taken in Serbia.
I remember the first group of Serbian surgeons was coming to me in the 2001 in Monfalcone, one little hospital very close to Trieste. And from that time, so it's about 22 years, they grow up really a lot. And so for me is a part of my life and part of my family, and I am really very close with the Serbian people and Serbian surgeons.